Welcome to She Talks, where we dive deep into the journey of women who are redefining success. So, today we have with us Dr. Sazina Khan. She is an international literary icon, international best-selling author, life coach, and also the founder of UA Book Forum. And also, she has published six best-selling books. So, welcome to our show, She Talks, and thank you so much for being a part today.
Thank you so much for having me today with you. It's a pleasure to be here with such empowering movement. So let's see what this conversation has to enroll for us.
So, Dr. Sazina, we would like to know from you that what inspired you and how did your journey begin?
To be honest, a journey doesn't begin in one day. And if I have to remember my journey, I am someone who comes from a very small town called Chandigarh in India. I was raised surrounded by newspapers. And that time we're talking about Indian Express, Times of India, Hindustan Times, just to name a few of them. And my father was into the habit of reading. So every time he would come home, every day, he would bring us so many newspapers to read. And unlike other kids, I was not intrigued by Sudoku or other games. I was interested in the editorial page. While I was reading that, ever since I was a young kid, it motivated me to reflect, retrospect on the things which were happening around me. And that is when, at a very early stage, I started writing. And I clearly remember that in grade 3, my first write up was published in Indian Express. That gave a big motivation for me, not only to me, but for the entire school. I was known, oh, her article got published. So that was the journey that it began with.
So, you are an international best-selling author. So, when was that moment when you felt like, okay, this is why I write?
Oh, this is a very remarkable one if I have to remember and say. Something that I clearly, distinctly remember is I was writing ever since I was in school days, as I mentioned to you. But after my father passed away in 2020, it was that era when COVID had happened and all of us were home. But instant when we were relieving or when we were just relaxing at home, there was a moment when I was taken aback by my father's demise and I couldn't travel. That was the moment I felt that, okay, I haven't been able to see him at the last rites. What can I do for him? And he was the one who always wanted my work to be published. So that gave me the moment that I had it. I had more than 200 poems written by that time. So I made it a collection of 100 poems and I published it without any media publication, without any book launch, formal book launch. So within 48 hours of being launched in UAE, it became the bestseller. That was the moment that gave me a click that, people resonate with what you write because it's not the complexity of the language, but what you're bringing to the table. So that was the moment that I realized that, you should continue writing. And not only it stopped at becoming the bestseller, it also got me so many awards. Like I started getting calls for International Literary Icon. I got nominated as the most inspiring author of the year. And one of the most important things that came along my path was one of the most aspiring authors. So that became those accolades and appreciation that I was not getting not only from my family, friends, but at international platform pushed me to write forward.
So, as a life coach, how do your literary skills, help you to influence and connect with the people?
To be honest, I believe that everything that happens in life, or probably the paths which I have chosen, whether it was education, life coaching, or writing poetry, or even forming a UAE book forum, is interconnected. And how is life coaching interconnected to literary genre or my literary experience is whenever I have my clients coming for life coaching session, it's not that they come with a problem and I'm supposed to be giving them advice, but it is about unleashing their narrative, understanding where they're coming from. So what I do first is let them explore where they're coming and trying to understand their narrative. Now that narrative is very much close to what you do in literary genre. So you are actually letting them not to be the antagonist of their story, but letting them that they are not a mere character, they are the protagonist. And while they reflect on it, I allow them to narrate it to me. When they're narrating it to me, I also tell them that how do you see yourself? How do you perceive yourself? So, not only looking at them as victims or probably someone who's defeated, but I tell them what is in store for you, what future entails for you. So when you give them that kind of a motivation that life hasn't ended yet, there's a lot which there's need to be explored. So that is the time that they are able to unleash their creativity. They see a better version of themselves. And as they're unfolding their journey, they're evolving. So that's why I say that writing is also self-healing. So that started with me as a cathartic process. And now I see it being transformed into a personal experience, being transformed into universal experiences.
Great. So, what were the challenges you faced in your journey, especially, being a woman in this literary and coaching world?
Now, as you know, challenges are not a new thing for any one of us, including you as well. Now, when we are talking about gender specific challenges, yes. Firstly, when we talk about literary world, it is predominated by males. Or when we are talking about life coaching, we are talking about people who already have established their names, especially when people think, oh, he's a man, he knows it better. So there are prejudices which comes along with the path which I have purposely chosen. Now there were challenges which were faced, which I faced myself. But then every challenge, whether it was like, oh, she's writing because she suffered her father demise, it's nothing more. But then I thought it's okay, I won't answer it now. Time will tell. Because every time I'm challenged, that has become a motivation for me. So whenever you transform your challenge into motivation, a source to inspire many people who are looking for that source of motivation through your experience, that shapes you. And also trying to transform what can be better out of it, because probably not every time when you presented, or probably when every time I presented my work, I was not given that sheer importance, because probably I was new to the literary field, and of course of my age as well, that people who start writing, they are majorly in 40s and 50s, so they come with the years of experience, that's what they say. But then I believe it's not the age of experience, but also how you've perceived life, how you have evolved, or how you have reflected on the social issues which not many people talk about. So when I reflected on those, it allowed me to give a deeper meaning to life. And that's how people started appreciating. The moment they started seeing my work in reality, they felt that she's more than what we see. She has a lot to bring on the table. So the tables turned. That's how I tell people that don't be scared to share your reality. Don't be scared to what you have to tell people, because it's not the words which matter, but the reality, the stark reality which you brought to the world is what makes you.
So you wear many hats, like as we have seen, you're an author, coach, founder. So how do you balance them all? And what keeps you grounded?
To be honest, all of us wear many hats, but then you're right. I didn't choose, I'm not someone who chose a 9 to 5 traditional job, a banker's job, or probably an educator's job, or just, I didn't compartmentalize myself. I didn't try to fit in a box. Rather, I love multitasking. And when I say multitasking, it can be daunting sometimes. How do I handle that? I handle it with a clear consciousness, awareness, what do I need to prioritize, and what is the time when I need to prioritize what. So if I am doing my life coaching session, my complete attention is given to my client. What is the need? What is it needed? How can I mentor that person? How can I bring in the change that the person is seeking? Not directly by asking advice, but just as a voice that needs to be heard. Another a second time, when I am working as an educator, when the age difference is a lot, and when I see mentees who are looking for support because they are aspiring to be someone. So I look at the needs again, and then I try to give them the advice that they seek. Along with that, there are some kind of professional commitments also that one is bounded to, because when I talk about myself, I completed 4 masters and then a doctorate degree. So that also needed a lot of time. So it's all about time management. And one of the most important thing that keeps me grounded is the support that I seek from my family. My husband, who is a senior solution architect, he comes with a clear vision, who is very rational. So every time when you have a person like me, and writers are over emotional. Yeah. So whenever my emotions are running high, he's the one who keeps me grounded. At the same time, I have 2 lovely daughters. Whenever I look at them, or whenever they look for the ideal in me, that tells me that I can't be the one who should be boasting about things. I should be the one who should set an example of being a strong woman, but I don't have to shout it loud in the public. They should be able to see it in my actions. They should be able to see what the mother is doing every day. What are the small changes that she's bringing in our life to make our life better? So, by those small steps that I take every day, is something that makes the bigger way changes.
So, also, what is like, the one piece of advice that you would like to give to the aspiring authors and the dreamers who are listening today?
One piece of advice is listen to yourself. Do not seek for validation outside till the time you have heard yourself. When I say hearing yourself or looking for your self motivation, it is also that you need to have a certain path that you are moving forward to. So, firstly, try to look for what are you seeking within. Once you have formalized your vision, having a clear vision is important. Then you need to look for a clear mentor, not running around for validation seeking for anyone and everyone, because not everyone that you know will be able to understand your vision because he or she has not been on your side. So, especially if you are the one who's welcome to join the literary world, you should be looking at mentors who have prior experience in the literature. So that is one of the mission. That's why I've established UAE Book Forum, because in UAE we do have many budding writers who are coming up from different arena. Multiculturalism is very evident here, but they still lack that one common platform which can give them a path to move forward. That is what I've started here maybe 10 or 11 years ago when I started participating in a Poetic Heart Symposium. And by now, I have maybe mentored more than 15 or 20 poets, international poets. So those were the students who were coming from grade 12 and then above. And that's how I started mentoring them. It didn't come as a job, but it came out of passion. So that's what I tell, that it's nice to start off your passion early, reflect on what you're seeking, and also try to form a path and set deadlines for yourself. Because once you know that where you are going, and never be scared to fail. Because when you're not scared to fail, you're fearless, you're risk taker. And the moment you become a risk taker, you'll be able to explore yourself better. And you'll not be scared to share your truth with others. That's about it.
And what's next for Dr. Khan? And are there any exciting projects on the horizon?
To be honest, as I said that I'm a multitasker, there are many things which are upcoming. I just unveiled my sixth book as part of the Mrs. UAE International Beauty Pageant, but I was participating last weekend. And there I unleashed my sixth book, which is titled Whispered That Road. It talks about the struggles of women and how they have overcome it. The next project is already under the pipeline. That's going to be my seventh book. Alongside, as I was talking to you about the UAE Book Forum, that is one of the vital platforms that I'm focusing at the moment, because I want to inspire many writers, many poets, many readers who are seeking their way forward in UAE, and not only UAE but Middle Eastern region as well. So these are the things that I've been working on, and then I'm also establishing a platform where we are going to be having a literature festival soon by bringing in different authors, poets, and artists from different regions.
So, thank you so much, Dr. Khan, for sharing your wisdom, your light, and your journey with us. You've shown the stories that can truly transform lives. We wish you continued success and impact. So, thank you so much for being with us on the She Talks today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. And it's quite nice to share my story, because I feel that everywhere there's someone like you who hasn't explored the best in them. So when we speak, or I speak in that matter, you're representing many who are yet to be heard. So as I share my story, I believe that it will motivate many other women who are still seeking their path to be explored. So all the best for the ones who are yet to explore their bright future. Thank you so much.
Thank you.